All right, so I want to talk about something briefly, right? This might be a hot take, right? This might get me a lot of heat. I mean, I'm nobody. Nobody knows who I am. I don't, hey, I'm crazy, right? Anyway, so the Hong Kong Cup 2025 happened a few days ago. So a lot of Uma Musume fans might have caught this. Some streamers streamed this, Red New to be specific. Um, that's an amazing content creator right there, amazing community. Uh, and some racehorse fans are obviously know what this is, right? It's the best, it's the biggest horse racing event in Hong Kong. Now, again, so many things happened there. Romantic Warrior, Kaing Rising, both dominated as they should, because these are two of the top horses in the world. But something else happened. Guy ran to the racetrack, and as you can see here, this is from the Straits Times. Now, I don't know if this is a big publication or not. I don't really care, to be honest. But they do have an article here. Man bailed for protest over deadly Hong Kong fire at richest racehorse. Now, I think at this point everybody knows that Hong Kong had a huge fire where hundreds of people sadly lost their lives. Now, things have been happening in Hong Kong for the past, half decade now, 5 years, 6 years. And I'm not really going to touch into that because that's going to make this video long. Case in point, TLDR, there has been some suppression, actually a lot, when it comes to protests and free speech and the people's freedoms, so on and so forth, etc., etc. Now, with that said, this man ran or attempted to run in the middle of the turf while the Hong Kong Cup itself, the main race, which is where what's his name, Romantic Warrior, was running and won eventually, right? So it says here, a man who ran on the track during Hong Kong's richest horse race to call for government resignations over the deadly fire that happened, right? 59-year-old invaded Sha Tin track during the $40 million or $6.6 million Hong Kong Cup on December 14th, but was prevented by racecourse staff from getting into the path of the horses. Thundering past would have caused a carnage. This is what I'm going to zoom in on, right? So if you want to see the footage, we have it here, right? So we are going to play the footage of what it's going or what happened. So this is from X, so let's do that right now. Okay, let's do that right now. So as you can see, he's in the middle, right? And he got tackled. The horses are coming from the right? Coming here. Now, they are on the inner railing, as most races have happened the past, I don't know, couple of centuries now. This guy came from the crowd, ran or attempted to run here. The staff from the other side, where the horses actually are going to run from, ran towards him, tackled him, and pinned him on the ground so that he wouldn't do what he was attempting to do. As you can see here, there you go. That's a woman, by the way. There's a woman there. And as you can see the horses coming, right? The horses are coming. I'm gonna lower the volume now. Okay, right? There you go. This guy, right? I understand where he's coming from. I understand the strife of the people of Hong Kong, right? They've been in a not so good state, and that's putting it mildly, right? And I wholly support what they are protesting for, what they are fighting for in their country, because it is their right. And I am a foreigner looking from the outside in. Now, I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to go into tangent into that because that's not the point. The point is, doesn't matter what you're fighting for, right? This guy tried to run to where the horses are at. Now, given it took a while. It took several seconds, right? From here, right? So it took several seconds, but that's not the point. If the security or the people who tackled him and pinned him on the ground didn't do so, he would be standing there protesting as the horses come towards him. Now, I will quote Jurassic Park 3 of all movies. I will quote Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park 3, where he pretty much says the worst things came from the best intentions. Now, this person is protesting something important for them as a people of Hong Kong and for the country, right? Whether you support Hong Kong in that way or not, not my business. I'm not going to touch on that. Everybody can believe or support whatever they believe or support. What I'm getting at is that two wrongs does not make a right, right? You're protesting and you're running in front of a live race where there are several horses running. These are 1,000 pounds each. These are very powerful creatures, and they have people on them. Now, again, if he wasn't tackled, right, and he stood there, the horses, here's the thing, again, randomly, some of the horses probably would veer to the left and to the right to avoid to avoid this guy, right? Hey, maybe a horse or two might just plow through him. So he's not only endangering himself, he's endangering the lives of the horses. Now, we've seen Silent Suzuka get injured. That's not even grotesque, and I could go on a tangent about the PETA thing. Rush Hour, we've seen Rush Hour crash. That was bad. That made me cringe hard. That horse was put down on the spot. Imagine several of those happening, because these horses are trained to just go forward, right? If there's an obstacle, meaning a human, they're not used to that. So they're probably going to veer left, they're going to veer right, or they're just going to go straight through that person, right? It's one thing. That's one thing, right? That's one thing to have a collision. It's another thing if the horses that veer left, we've seen Silver Sonic, right? Like Orpheus Kid jump through the rail on his own. What about a group of spooked horses that panicked and ran and collided with the rail going through these people, right? Or to those people in this side of the track. Now, again, I'm not saying what he's protesting is wrong. They have all the right to do that. But and I've seen comments. I kind of like went back and forth in one of the comments, one of the videos that I've seen, pretty much saying, and this is somebody who's just pandering, right? Pandering for the people's emotions and the heartstrings and whatnot. I hate that, but they pretty much, people are saying like, yeah, they condone this, which is really, you condone people potentially getting hurt and dying. That's not how you do things, guys. That's not how you do things. I saw a comment in one of the videos too that says, if this guy did this as the horses were getting in the gate, or this guy, I don't know, had a plan with other protesters, this event would have been shut down. That would have been a bigger issue. That would have been a bigger event. That would have been the way, or one of the ways, that you could have done this safely and put a lot of eyes on the issue that you are fighting for, right? A lot of people are saying, well, they don't have a choice. Stop coddling adults. Hong Kongers, if they're really fighting for this, they'll find a way. People find a way, right? They'll find a way to succeed. This, I don't know. I'm not judging this man, by the way. This man might have been in distress, might be depressed, might have mental issues from the hardship that they've been experiencing. But this isn't the way. And I wanted to touch on this because I've seen people online saying that this is okay. This is not okay, guys. This is not okay. Like what I said, two wrongs does not make a right. Sure, Hong Kong has had tragedy after tragedy. They've been, not in a good spot for a while now. But this isn't the way, right? And again, there are many ways you can go about protesting, even if you're being suppressed. I haven't experienced this myself, but I do come from a country that has fought a dictatorship some decades ago. And sure, a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people laid their lives on the line because they loved our country. I'm sure people of Hong Kong who are true and genuine to their cause of making their country better and having the people in authority to be held accountable, they're going to find a way. If my third world uh, dictatorship ridden country in the past was able to do it, there's no way Hong Kong couldn't, right? So I'll leave it at that. I'll see you in the next one.